What's going on, guys? It's Isaac. Today I am pulling out a inherited car and try to get it running for the first time. If y'all watched my last video, you're gonna know what it is. It's pretty cool, and I'm gonna look forward to driving it. I don't have very far to drive to get to it. I'm gonna turn on the AC though. It's starting to get hot in here. Gonna let this truck warm up for a second. Yeah, the vehicle has been sitting for at least 4 years, ever since my friend died. So we are going to load it on my trailer, and we're going to take it to my warehouse, and we're going to try to see if we can get this thing to fire up. 4 years old. I'm a little worried about the fuel pump, fuel system, all that stuff. So it needs to be done. So let's go load this bad boy up. Alright, so I got her backed up pretty good to the car, and I'm hoping my cable to my battery is going to last to pull this thing up, because yesterday it was overheating because of a bad connection. So let's see about getting this thing rolled up. I know this is a horrible idea, but it's getting hooked to the bumper. Can't believe there's no place to hook up to on this car. Knocked her neutral. Let's see if we can pull it back a little bit so I can get underneath the car. I don't want to get underneath it with all that grass. So I think I've got a front wheel that's stuck on the car because the steering wheel turned. So I'm going to straighten the wheel up, and I'm going to drag it back as far as I can. All right, not too bad. See, the front left, all the wheels were fine except for the front left wheel. It drug quite a ways until it hit this clump of grass, and it decided, hey, I don't want to be locked up anymore. So I got her lined up with the trailer. Check the tire pressure. All right, we got air. We're good on all of them. Well, the rear left is a little low, but that's not going to bother me at all. So let's get ramps out and load her up. It's really hard to load up a car backwards onto a trailer, but I'm going to do it. Let's do it. So I've got the old gal loaded up. I'm heading to the warehouse. So I made it to the shop safely. The car's got some rust in it, but it's not terrible. It's needs some airing out. The seats are shot. I'm gonna have to get some seat covers for these things because they are shot for real. Hopefully the floor pans are okay. This side looks okay. I'm gonna have to replace the trunk lid because it's got some spots in it. I think we brought some vegetation back with us. What did it do? Grow right through the... Oh yeah. Oh, that's in there tight. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna have to trim that because it's stuck in there. Little spot right there. Floor pan looks okay on this side. Got a little spot right there. But overall, doesn't seem too bad. Alright, now here's the big thing. I gotta pop the hood. Hope I don't run into anything under there. Hope I don't run into anything in here. Alright, the hood's popped. Alright, the battery's in the trunk on this car, but we're going to check the oil level. It's good and the oil looks good. The coolant level doesn't look so promising, it looks empty. I hope it didn't freeze and bust the block. We'll crank her up anyways, and if it cranks up and runs, then I'll add the coolant and see what happens. Alright, let's open up the trunk. Oh god, it smells bad in there. Trunk doesn't stay open. Alright, battery's hooked up. Let's see what happens. My guess is it's not going to run. Oh, I'm sitting in it. Let's see. Alright, we have moving gauges. Sounds good and strong. I have oil pressure. But nothing happening. So I don't hear a fuel pump, so my guess is there's no fuel. It says it's got a half a tank in it. When I say no fuel, I'm talking about like fuel pump is not coming on and not delivering to the engine. So I'm going to take the breather off and I'm going to check the little flap, and if it's got pressure, we have fuel pump. We have fuel pressure there. But if it just kind of flops around, no fuel pump, and I'll have to look up a wiring diagram and check everything from there. So here we go, guys. Alright, I believe the fuel pump relay is going to be right behind this glove box. A mouse nest? No. Although a mouse has been in there. Look what they've done to the book. Poop everywhere. Alright guys, fuel pump relay is right in here. I'm going to grab it and I'm going to pull it out. And is this it? I think it is. Alright guys, so the fuse box is right here. And everything is very wet. So I've got a leak here somewhere. And a lot of corrosion on fuses. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of spin them and get a better connection. And then I'm going to try it again. It's a shame I have a leak. This thing needs to be garage kept. So you just kind of rock the fuses back and forth. You spin them lightly. That looks like a blown fuse right there. Is that a blown fuse? That is a blown fuse right there. There we go. Try that. Oh. So if we have power going to this fuel pump, that means we have a bad fuel pump. These are expensive. I'm hoping to find something cheap. Well, it ain't nothing gonna be cheap. Nothing at all. Let's see. I don't see positive or negative on that fuel pump. Great. Well, let's just try it out. And see if we got anything. Alright, so I have electrically hooked up to the fuel pump. Let me see if I have any kind of a power. When I turn on the key, Alright, so no power going to the fuel pump. Check both ends. No power. So logically I should be able to power up that fuel pump and get something, but the problem still wouldn't be fixed. So I need to find fuel pump relay and jumper it or something. Alright guys, I am going to try to jumper the fuel pump relay. So I believe that is jumpered, and I've got nothing. Ooh. It was getting warm. It was getting warm. I bet you the fuel pump's bad. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have a bad fuel pump. So guys, I have a bad fuel pump. I mean, I can try jumping it one more time and giving her some love taps, but something tells me she ain't coming back to life. I'm gonna have to replace the fuel pump. That's pretty expensive, but I think the car is worth it. So, all right, well, that kind of puts an end to today, but there's a really cool cruise in today. I'm thinking about, since this car is obviously not gonna make it, I'll hit the cruise in and see what kind of cool stuff we got going on there. So I'll see you guys in a second. So I'm not quite giving up yet. Tried to get this pump free. It acts like it wants to do something, but it's just not doing it. So I'm gonna have to order a pump, and I mean, what you gonna do, guys? Fun.